Welcome back to Cultist Simulator, the Mariner mod. This is going to be episode 2 of Moby's playthrough. Moby the Mariner. Where were we? We were, yes, trading the story of the 9 Muses to this person. The alchemist who flew from heaven. Let's actually read this bit. In the Middle Kingdom lived an official, skilled in the arts of gunpowder and light. As he saw the fire arrows ascend into the sky, he felt inspired. He could reach heaven this way as well. He devised a chair with 47 straps to it. After he took seat, he lit each flower of fire in a great conflagration. When the smoke cleared, both the chair and official were gone. Sure, maybe he got there. We can dream. Let's go exploring. And let's return to Speedy Uppy. Oh great. They would like another story, but I don't have one to offer, so I guess this package is not going to be ours, but don't worry, it's not unique. A story about the sun and the moon, both eyes of the same godhead. Each of the stars are their courtiers, and mortals below could look up and watch wisdom bleed down from the sky. But unsatisfied with the drops of wisdom they received on earth, they invented dreaming and forged a pathway up into the sky. We don't have anything to offer you, my friend, as our only other story is exhausted. We will eventually get more. Yes, what can we do? The tune of the bars. Okay. Sure, let's yeah, okay. Once again, we use the moon. We could have used the rain, but I would rather it ticked over, because we're, you know, it only had the moth aspect. Finding the right notes for this song is always a hunt of the wind between the leaves, of grey pores through greyer mist. I learned that I do not need to understand what I see, and I do not need to see to understand. Let's keep up with that. So we have the edge of static, another influence, manifested influences. An influence over people and local environment, most commonly made manifest by music. And this one in particular, just beyond perception, wings beat within your skull. Having gathered this influence around you will aid you once authorities have their eyes on you. Having this helps us defend against authorities. For example, this, if this were to produce anything, though it won't at this time. Again, I'm very not particular, or I have an idea for where I like layouts of things to be, and that will eventually make sense. For some reason, I like having knock on this side and then lantern through to moth, based on which supersedes the other. Supersedes? What's the word? I forget the term from the base game, honestly. The hush of the library. Winter and lantern. You hopefully this is familiar by now. By exploring at our docked location with the Lackhart, we either produce one of those book exchange challenges, which is improved by having more of these. If you remember, we had 6 of these, but then they got 8 by successfully drawing one of the book exchange challenges. By default, we get one of these song challenges, tunes, which we can theoretically use. Do we have any matching influences? Nope. But we do need winter and lantern motifs. These are songs, and while I could show you what they're good for, now is probably not the best time. They're not too beneficial. Some more Wanderlust Cruise. Thrill kind of is good for battling our Wanderlust and sorry. God, this cough sucks. It helps us stick around longer, as eventually the call to the ocean once more will force us to leave London, and everything that is local disappears. There you see the last of our knock disappears to produce this, which I'm honestly okay with, as we don't, we're not going to pass any more of these at this time. We're out of stories. So yeah, the shop is found in an ill-favoured bend of a lesser river. I don't know who that is. I don't think that's Miss Morland. And I don't know what the button is to meet myself, so... There you go. Yeah. I realise I've arranged those in a suspect manner, whatever. What else are we doing? Who's down here? That way it frees up this avenue. Weird, particular nuances. We can keep exploring for now. I like to get my motifs up and available, though it is a bit of a waste of these. Yeah. I would at least like some of the Grail, though. Industry and heart, right out there. I could do the old, you know, holding onto these to allow time to pass. For those of you who don't know, this pauses the timer on this ticket, even this card, even though we can't do anything with it. So just a way of keeping it around for a bit longer. We have some Grail. Yeah, and Blank Sky is just a whammy. What do we have? The Tune of the Market. Oh, look, some Grail. Might as well. No. Oh. So singing, we can sing of these tunes. That requires a trapping. Those items, ingredients, and implements that imbue a ritual with its quintessence. If I bring the right trappings to a place with the right ambiance, I could perform a ritual to give myself great power. The actions I take might be peculiar and raise the suspicion of the general public. What does that mean? Well, we need trapping, which are kind of ingredients, I suppose. They're hard to come by. I say that, I think I died trying to get some. I died because I didn't. So you need to leave what? Air, oxygen, breathing, important. Try and get more air before you run out of the old air, is all I'm going to say. So yeah, this is what we were doing. We can use the tune of the market. The honey-laced voices of the merchants mix with the metal clink of coin against coin. Here, each transaction is a battle. Each smile sharp as knives. That will get edge. And yes. With some grail. Hey, you fella, clumsy mute crewman. He seems quite clumsy and seems quite mute. And also he's got some longing for home. Let's give him his severance pay. Why? Don't really need him, do we? Tune of the docks. Never quiet, whether it's bars and saloons, beckoning the sailors landwards, or water lapping at the quay, beckoning them back to the sea. Heart and Grail. And in case you're wondering, hush the library, the rustle of paper, the dull thud of a book returned to its proper place on the proper shelf. The sacred semi-silent serves studious souls. Apologies, I don't have a pop filter, as that may have indicated. The tune of industry. Hammers, slam, fires, roar, foremen yell warnings and instructions. The district thrums with the roar of living metal. Life and forge. Season of reckoning. My soul is not yet a tally of scars. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping that we roll a thing. They take their money and sack and walk the gangplank for the last time. Goodbye, crewman. What was he? Clumsy mute? Basically, I'm freeing up space. We have a scrap of information. We still need a rumour to put that with. There is a chance we can roll a rumour, so I'm kind of hoping for that. If not, we might be a bit fucked, because I have to pay for one. And money is hard to come by. Speaking of money, not this in particular, but let's go talk at the wharf. Here I can establish contracts for goods that need to go elsewhere. Once I have reached that elsewhere, there will be goods for some money. They'll be good for some money, yeah. So yeah, hopefully the weather changes in our favour. We have some cargo. Great. 1 out of 3. Let's go get some more cargo. That's going to tick over. What do we have? We could rush to the docks. Yeah, why not? Let's go to the docks with the heart. That's for recruiting crew members. Track them with tall tales, assess them with my insight, challenge them with my wit. Yeah. It's, what's it called? Does it say there? Basically, going to the anchor with your half heart is good. Going to the pub, whatever the pub may be. Different town, same crowd. We can also listen for local rumours at the pub. Between half-truths, tall tales and blatant lies, there are true opportunities to be found if I can manage to buy enough sweet poison to unwrap their tongue. Cool. Upgraded Grail song with nature inspiration. The sweet, the salt, the deep, the bright. The song is inspired by all that we crave for, all that is too vast and too intense for us to behold. Yep. So we got some persisting glamour. Trailed by whispers, accented by a gasp for breath. Having gathered this influence around you will aid you in finding passengers for the ship. We like passengers, they're quite nice. And by that I mean they pay. So knock, lantern, forge, edge, winter, Heart Grail. Yeah, there we go. That should be roughly in the right place, unless I miscounted. Sorry, if clicking gets annoying, hopefully the clicking doesn't get picked up. I'm pretty sure it would though. What can we do? We have Grail, so hopefully the blank sky will tick over. Ice sings. Do we have any winter? We do. And let's go fill up the rest of our cargo hold. I'm still sort of hoping that we stumble upon a rumour from something. I don't fully pay. Sorry, I don't fully pay attention to the happenings of all of this, but sometimes it's like, hey, here's a rumour, or here's a load of influence, and it's while a nice treat, it's hardly reliable. I think I may have to just bite the bullet and go listening, so I can spend some cash in hopes to unwrap the patron's tons, or just cut my losses. Any added funds will be spent until you manage to get a result. Consuming them all and not providing new funds will stop the action. Is hoping that one money is enough. I'm not sure if it's hard coded in, but last 2 times, and this is the 3rd time. Yes, it's worked. I listened to the many stories shared by the many mouths of a harbour bar. Any of these might contain a seed of opportunity. A rumour on the North Sea. Cool, so 500-second time is perfectly enough. And yeah, we can... do I care about any of these? I mean, both of them are kind of useful. I prefer the prefer to keep around the other one, I'll be honest, but now I'm not gonna do this too much. Tune of the docks. Well, I suppose we got a new one of those. We have... Oh, we can get our lantern done up nice with that. Obviously in the navigation verb. Hold on to this for now. Starting this song seems an impossibility, for I loathe to besmirch the perfect snow-white blankness of the page. In the end, I only commit the notes to memory, but there they shall remain for all eternity. A deafening repose. I carry a silence that others hesitate to break. Having gathered this influence around you will aid you in having an uneventful voyage once you set sail. So, unlike all the other influences that are local, this one is not local. It will stay with us when we go a-sailing. However, it has a limited duration. If you can call, 1600 seconds limited. It is, but there we go. Cool, so let's do this one first. And if need be, I can hold on to this. Muting took off once more. Still no notoriety, fortunately. I've been careful to avoid it. If you are playing for the first time, you've probably stumbled into it by now, but I like to get these things set up. Pull a thread. If I weigh the local news I have scavenged in bars against the snippets I have obtained from my contacts, I may be able to make new connections, find new opportunities, and discover truly extraordinary places. We found Amsterdam, or at least we found a reason to travel to Amsterdam. I'm pretty sure we were aware of its existence. Cool. Amsterdam, what do we care about that? Well, apparently we have to deliver this letter to the Veiled Lady of Amsterdam, so that'll be a good reason to visit. But first, let's try for this. So the reason why I wanted to pull Amsterdam before, what's the word? Getting this lantern song is we're gonna go find clients looking to travel. I work the crowd sifting for clients who appreciate the discretion and adventure that the kite can offer and who have funds to pay the fare. We needed to unlock Amsterdam before we could probably find someone willing to go to Amsterdam. And we saw it ate two of our glamour, or persistent glamour, but we found a potential client going to Amsterdam. This is also why I fired poor old mute fella, because I kind of would rather, you know, transport a second person with our what's the word? Since we have the glamour to find a client quite easily. We grabbed what? Oh, you're grabbing Wanderlust. I don't know what. It might be time to leave soon. Another person looking to travel. We do this to accept the passenger. But these have a good, 400 seconds-ish, so I'm not in too much of a rush there. My veneer of functionality is cracking, revealing I am just a shell of a person housing a deep dark pit in my chest. Oh, calm down, mate. Yeah, it probably is time to shove off. And, yeah. Yeah. Clarion Air. Let's read this first. Those who think ideals cannot be found in nature have not looked up at the sky. During day or night, I will let it imprint on my retina and compose my song around that perfect circle. Don't stare directly at the sun, mate. A thoughtful hum, considered words, awed silence. Having gathered this influence around you will aid you in attracting clever crew members. And we have a bright motif. I should probably actually read some of those in case people are interested. Okay, cool. So, again, we're gonna let most of these go to waste. Somehow, we've been eating through our Age of Static. I don't fully know. It might automatically banish the, or be trying to banish the investigation of the verb. So, the motifs we've collected so far. A subtle motif. While we may not share a language, anyone with a soul can understand this song. I've read that out already. Bright motif. I find myself whistling this while I ponder a difficult problem. Problems. The insight it brings is often as sharp as its thrills. No full stop at the end. Sorry, I'm being pedantic here. A mournful motif. These dull, dark tones remind me of all I have lost, yet tears refuse to roll down my face. Whistle this and thirst for more than water. Hum it and send shivers through your flesh. A wild motif. This pops into my mind unwanted at the strangest time. No two times do I sing it the same way. Okay. And all these, if I try to put them in there... Oh yeah, a crowd. So I can actually show you, since we are probably going to be shoving off soon. We can find a crowd, so we got a crowd aspect at the Anchor, it's a busy pub, and also just the streets of London in general. And yeah. Waning gibbous. So I like the weathers are random and the moon phases are consistent, and it takes longer for the weather to change. The tune of industry would be nice to get that forge aspect, though I don't think the moon phases cannot give forge aspect. What do they give? I don't fucking remember. We need to wait for weather to change in our favour for that. And I think I will honestly just start accepting these. So, the crowd turns. The second note follows the first, and soon they become more than a sequence of sounds. The crowd turns, and at first it is slight. People shift on their feet. They eye me, then each other. They don't know how, but they know they are being duped somehow. Soon the crowd will move against me, and inevitably the town will follow. They sense the influence I summon over it. We have gained notoriety, but we've also gained some influence. So this is how we obtain more influence, usually. The big chunk of 6 that it gives you is just for upgrading from 0 to 1 our motifs. I imagine when we upgrade from 1 to 2, or level 1 to level 2, we also gain a big chunk of it. So it probably would make sense to save them for when we can make use of them. Like I said, like, we're not going to make use of that. But meh. Cool. We're kind of freaking out over here. My Venera functionality is cracking, revealing blah blah blah. Having a mental breakdown. And the tune of the bars again. Which gives some heart. Let's just depart for now. So, time to leave for Amsterdam. We have 2 passengers who are taking up slots. We have 6 crew members. And we have 3 cargo. Cool. It snags London, and we've set sail. So, you saw there a bunch of stuff happened. First of all, everything that had the local aspect disappeared. Our book, unique book, has unexhausted itself. We no longer have a harbour or a dock, or hub, because we're at sea. And everyone over here who was in London is still in London. So they now have the aspect in London. All of them do. And that's a location. Cool. Like I said, it's a very interesting mob, and they do very unique things. Well, not unique, but creative ideas. Still not a collection of scars. Who are these people? Passengers going to Amsterdam. They will reward us if we bring them to Amsterdam, but their patience is limited. Don't let them time out. As I found out the hard way, I was letting them run down the clock, and then first time I travelled, it turned into this. So quite a lot of stuff happens at sea, and they're still, as you can see, ticking down. If they get bored and frustrated, they will give you some nasty notoriety. Spoilers. They might also give something else. I've only allowed 1 to expire. What might... so we're sailing. That's a whole thing, right? Leaving. Travel from port to port. Voyage from sea to sea. Explore things lost and things not yet discovered. We're going to be missing out on a lot of stuff here because, as you can see, we had 7 deafening repose. We've kind of eaten through 4 of it to Avoid bad things. That is my timer saying that 30 minutes have passed. I will... Let's keep playing until we arrive at Amsterdam. So the main sort of interesting stuff that's occurring right now is going to be this sailing events. We can't really do anything whilst at sea because we could sing to a crowd, but we don't have a crowd. We don't have anything to explore because we're just kind of on a boat. We can't explore most packages, and we don't really have anyone to talk to because, I mean, we could technically fire someone while at sea, but that seems like a damn idea. We spot a shape floating in the water. At first we think it might be a seal, then later we hope it is, but proximity reveals it is the remains of a man, languishing as a rest for gulls. So it's asking for a crew member to fish out the body. And the moon and the weather still is in effect. I suppose we could be holding on to that. We see a face, both sallow and bloated. We try to lift, but the matter disintegrates around our rope. Soon we are left with inhuman chunks and floating fabric. Gross. Most of the tide events while we're at sea won't do anything. And here we have arrived in Amsterdam, I believe. Docking to Amsterdam. The kite sails waterways sharp as a knife's cut. No people have tamed water as the Dutch have. No people should fear its escape as much. I dock in Idgehaven, I don't fucking know how to say that, with the same prayer on my lips as all the rest. So now London we're no longer docked at. Amsterdam we are docked at. We have the ship is still in one piece. Fortunately, we didn't receive any damage while at sea. We just found a dead body. And I'm pretty sure that encounter with the dead body, the whole inhuman chunks and everything, caused the experience of dread, which is a worrying memory of my mind that is darkened until tar. We gained some thrill from the adventure, apparently seeing a dead body does that, and some more sailor stories. Pretty much whenever you dock somewhere, you gain sailor stories. Oh, that I accidentally clicked the button. I was trying to click on the main thing. Basically, the two crew members who we deliver to Amsterdam, they say, hey, thanks, here's, I think it's 2 money per crew member, and they give you a rumour each. So that's a nice way to gain rumours. Saves us having to buy them in bars. I'm honestly just going to let them expire because it's easier to pick up a passenger and just go somewhere. When you have the piece of information, scrap of information. Yeah, scrap of information. Anyway, yes, we have successfully arrived in Amsterdam. And he's been exhausted. They recover in time. I'm going to leave it there for now. This was episode 2 of the Mariner story, or Mariner mod for Cultist Simulator. Again, hope you all are enjoying yourselves. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment, let me know if you have any opinions on the matter. Until next episode, I guess. Peace.